Hello, 4th and 5th graders. Happy Thursday. This is your work for Thursday, English, the April 30th. So we are at the last day of April. Can you believe how fast time is going? I thought time was going to go by so slow, but it's actually going by pretty fast. Before you know it, you'll be done with schoolwork, and of course, you'll be done and you'll be off for summer break. And let's hope that you get to enjoy some of your summer, being outdoors a little bit. Make sure we're walking with God, that we're praying. 4th and 5th graders, stay spiritual. Sing scripture songs here and there if you can. Sing it, and don't be, just some tips for being at home. Don't just be on your video games. I know some of you are already getting bored of that. If I were you, I'd get pretty bored pretty quick on my video games, but try not to be on the phone too much. Go out and do some exercise outside. Go out, take a walk with your parents, with your siblings for a little bit. Go on a bike ride. Do something productive during this time. Don't get behind on your work either. Make sure that you're staying on top of your work and completing all this work before the deadline. So, but just some tips there. I hope that you're keeping your parents sane there at your house, but try your best to do some activity around the house. Or I know you can't really go anywhere right now, and it's better for you not to be anywhere right now, but do some of those things and make sure that you're reading your Bible, that you're not fighting with brothers and sisters. I know that can drive parents crazy sometimes. I drove my parents crazy when I was younger with my brothers and sisters, but so I can't imagine being there for, all the time that you've been there so far. But good job, and keep up the great work. If you've been working really hard on these videos, and make sure that you're, keeping up with all this. Alrighty. Recognizing prepositions. Really quick, let's review. I like to review a lot of the times before we do anything. Let's look at what a preposition is. What is a preposition? A preposition is what? Is a word that shows relationship between what two things? A noun or a pronoun after its object and some other word in the sentence. All right, let's go over our prepositions. Ready, begin. Let's say them slow and say them 2 times. Ready? Aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, by, down, during, except, for, from, in, inside, into, like, near, of, off, on, over, past, since, through, throughout, to, toward, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, without. All right, one more time. Ready, begin. Aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, by, down, during, except, for, from, in, inside, into, like, near, of, off, on, over, past, since, through, throughout, to, toward, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, without. All right. And then let's look at what a prepositional phrase was. What is a prepositional phrase? A prepositional phrase is a group of words that begins with a what? Preposition, and ends with what? A noun or a pronoun, also known as the preposition's best friend, the OP. All right, the object of the preposition is always going to be a noun or a pronoun that completes the prepositional phrase. We also talked about distinguishing adverbs from prepositions. Make sure that you're careful when you look at those. Couple things to look at is there an OP? If it's a preposition, if your word looks like a preposition, make sure that there's an OP for it. Okay, if there's no OP for it, then it's not a preposition. It'll most likely be modifying a verb, adjective, or another adverb and telling you where or when. All right, so just some key words to look at there, some key things to look at. Alrighty, we're going to practice with prepositions today, prepositional phrases on page 211. All right, look with me at page, think A. Place parentheses around each prepositional phrase. Circle the object of each preposition. Okay, we're going to do this exercise together for today. So look at think A. Okay, I think you can see think A up there, right there. All right. Jack went up and fetched a pail of water. What is my prepositional phrase here? Mrs. Campbell, why do you keep messing up here? All right. Let me fix this real quick. All right. I looked here. I'm looking at my book. It's kind of hard to do both things and write everything that the book says there. All right. Thanks for being patient there. prepositional phrase in number 1? What prepositional phrase do you see there? Okay, Mrs. Campos, can there be more than one prepositional phrase in this sentence? Yes, there could be more than one prepositional phrase. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Sometimes you can have 3 or 4 prepositional phrases in a sentence. All right, so you need to be careful and watch out for those things. All right, that's why it's important to memorize these prepositions. All right, so we see one here, up the hill. And what else? Of water. All right, of water. Okay, you were supposed to circle the OPs here, so let's look at the OPs. The OPs is for this word here, or for this prepositional phrase, is hill, and this one is water. Remember, the OP is always going to be the noun or the pronoun inside that prepositional phrase. You're going to set it off with prepositional parentheses, sorry. You're going to set off your prepositional phrase with parentheses, starting with the preposition, ending with the noun. Okay, number 2, we meet many interesting people along the road of life. Okay, what prepositional phrase do you see in number 2? Okay, along the road of life, along the road, sorry, and of life. The OP for along the road is road, and the OP for life is this. You say, can they be back-to-back, the prepositional phrases? Can they be back-to-back? Absolutely. You can have these, right? You can have an example like this, for instance, where you have a prepositional phrase and one that follows it right after it, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right. Number 3, within an hour, the school building was deserted. Number 3, within an hour, the school building was deserted. Okay, again, just if you're confused and having a hard time with prepositions, be on the lookout for any words that are on that list. Aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, by, down, during, except, for, from, in, inside, into, like, near, of, off, on, over, past, since, through, throughout, to, toward, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, without. So I have within here. So this preposition starts with within and ends where? Okay, if you're having a hard time, just look. And it makes sense. Look at this right here. Hour is the noun. You would not say within the hour, the school. Okay, that's not wrong. Another thing you could look at when looking for prepositional phrases is you can even take out this prepositional phrase. If I could take out the prepositional phrase and my sentence still makes sense, then that's a prepositional phrase. I could say the school building was deserted, right? On the first one, Jack went and fetched a bucket. Notice how I could do without those prepositional phrases in my sentence. I don't absolutely need them. They help to show relationship between the noun and another word in the sentence, but you don't need to. Number 2, we meet many interesting people. You can do that sentence without even using along the road of life. If I were to say within an hour the school, and this was my preposition, building was deserted, you can't leave that. You can't use that sentence without the school. The school is vital to the rest of that sentence. So I hope that's making sense for you all right? Let's look at number 4. Spot ran into the woods. Sorry, I'm blocking your way. Spot ran into the woods chasing a rabbit. What is my prepositional phrase? Okay, into is my preposition, and woods is your OP. Okay, we're going to circle the OP. I forgot to circle the OP here. All right. Notice how I could do without the prepositional phrase. Spot ran chasing a rabbit. You don't need this in your sentence. That is it's just showing relationship like what a preposition does. So I hope that helps you, if it helps you in any way. All right, number next. Without a doubt, Miss Jones is the best teacher in the 5th grade. I think they got that wrong. It's Mrs. Campos, all right? Without a doubt is my prepositional phrase. The OP is doubt. And what else? In the 5th grade. And grade is my OP. Okay? And again, if you read that sentence without the preposition, you could say, Miss Jones is the best teacher. And that's it. Alrighty? And that would end your sentence. So that tells you those are the prepositions, the correct one. Number 6, we took a ferry across the bay and inspected the island. What prepositional phrase do you see in the sentence? Okay, just across the bay. Okay, and the OP is bay. All right, let's look at number 7 real quickly. Number 7 is the sewing projects are the favorite conversation topic among the girls. What is my prepositional phrase in number 7? Among the girls. Circle girls because that's the OP. Okay, number 8, during the year between the wars, America saw many social changes. All right, what is my prepositional phrase? Phrases in number 8. Okay, during the years and between the wars. Those are two, so you should set those off separately in two separate parentheses there. Okay? And circle years and wars, because those are the OPs for those prepositional phrases. Number 9, Emily went with mother to the grocery store. My prepositional phrases in those two sentences are with mother and to the grocery store. Circle mother for the first prepositional phrase, that's the OP, and store. And number 10, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Okay, through Christ is a preposition, so set that off with parentheses, and then circle Christ. All right, think B. All right, so let's see. You are going to complete this, complete think B on your own, okay? Place parentheses around each prepositional phrase, as we've already done in these, in think A, and circle the OP, the object of the preposition. Each one that you get incorrect will be 2 points, and each incorrect circle will also be 2 points. So make sure that you're paying attention here. And then I'm going to tell you how many prepositional phrases are in this sentence, or in this, in here. That way you feel safe while you're doing this and you know how many you're counting. And make sure that you watch out for prepositions and any OPs, okay? There is 23 prepositional phrases in this sentence, alrighty? So please make sure that you find all 23 and have this page ready to turn in, because this will count as a quiz grade. Alrighty, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. Happy Thursday to you, and let me know if you have any questions. Love you all. Bye-bye.